This woman destroys this racist. Check this out.
Her name? Thello? Let's get Thello in here.
Hey, notice right here that he knows the person's name. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't hear another name get popped up. And I want to just point something out about this racist a little on. But just take a note of the name right here.
Hi everyone.
Hello, Thello.
Yeah, so I just heard about the Jordan Neely case. I was up on Twitter this morning and I saw some tweets about it. Of course, different perspectives. Um, there seems to be some kind of outrage from Black people about him being lynched or something like that. Of
Right.
course, I was grieved, yeah, but then I saw the other aspects of the story, of the fact that he was a repeat offender. I think 40 plus arrests. He had tried assaulting a 67-year-old woman at some point, and some days before that, he had tried to push someone off the tracks. So obviously, he was violently inclined. And there have been cases of homeless people and people like this stabbing people in trains and doing like terrible things. So apparently, from what I saw online, they said that people all agreed that there was a statement he made that he was going to hurt anyone or something like that. He was erratic, he was dangerous basically. And from the video I saw like three people trying to restrain him, including the guy who had him in like a chokehold or something. It seems to me that, I mean, if there three people were needed to restrain that kind of person, and I know it can be pretty hard to restrain a person, then it didn't seem so. And apparently they had already like called authorities, but it was taking time and stuff like that. So I'm thinking like, why then is there so much outrage? It seems to me that people are ignoring some facts and not being very fair. I mean, especially people who are demanding that the white guy should be killed. I saw a guy there that looked Black to me who was there restraining as well. So I'm wondering,
He
like,
was he
what's
was
going
one
on?
he was a non-foundational Black American man. He was one of you. He wasn't from our lineage, the guy who was restraining him.
So
And the guy,
you think that if it was someone like you, it would have been different. He would not have been restraining.
yeah.
You
No,
really believe that?
if it was somebody like me, ma'am, he would
You
not
don't
have been
think so?
killed. If I guarantee you, he would not have been killed if I was there.
He
I
would not have
guarantee.
been.
You know
I'm
why?
not talking about you. No, no, no. I'm not talking about you. I'm saying a Black guy in
I'm
America
saying,
who
I'm saying,
someone is
I'm
threatening, who
saying,
someone is, the person is acting violent, and
ma'am,
he
he
needs to
wasn't
even join
violent,
the other guy to restrain.
man.
You really believe if there's a threat to life, you are suddenly going to
What was
really?
the threat? What was the threat to life, ma'am?
If there had to be three people to restrain the
They
guy,
did.
I love how she uses common sense and it just doesn't register with this dude. She's like, if it takes three people and everyone on the train is in support of this, you think maybe they're in danger. And this guy's like, nah, that is definitely not true. Like, what? No fucking wonder this woman's like, are you dumb? Like, because every other educated person is like, are you
They had
dumb?
that.
was he
They,
calm? Was he
yeah,
calm and resisting? Why did there have to be another guy holding him down? Had he calmed
because
down,
they were killing him. That's why.
killing him?
And they
Really?
killed him. They were killing him. That's why they had to
No.
hold him down.
You
Kill him.
are ignoring
What am
obvious
I?
facts because you want to
What
push
am
an
I ignoring?
agenda. That's what I see there. You're
What?
ignoring
What?
you're ignoring obvious facts. It's just
Man,
like the judge, for example, the George Floyd case. When I saw the full video, I saw how much he resisted arrest, how hard it was for them to hold him down. Nobody talked about that. Nobody talked about that. They just show one side of the video. I saw how hard it was to restrain someone like George Floyd. It was incredibly difficult. We don't talk about that. Why don't we talk about that? He
let's
was
talk.
also a repeat offender. Let's talk about it. Let's talk
Let's
about the
talk.
fact that we turned him into a
Umbutu,
martyr, someone that was
Umbutu,
hurting
calm down.
people.
Umbutu. You're from Nigeria.
Remember at the start of the video when I asked you to remember the name? Did anywhere in here she said her name is Umbutu? Or do you think this racist is mocking this person from being from Nigeria? Something in me tells me this racist is being a racist. No, who would have guessed that shit? It's not over either.
I'm living in Nigeria.
You're still in Nigeria.
Yeah, still in Nigeria.
Okay. Is your significant other white?
No. And
Why
why
are you
does this
such?
matter? Why are you asking me these questions?
Because why are you sucking up to white people
I'm
so
not
much?
talking up. I'm being objective. The one thing that you don't want to be, obviously. And you call that
So,
sucking
ma'am,
up
you're
because
justifying,
you can actually
ma'am,
answer my questions, my reasonable questions. The next thing you want to do is pretend that I have bias. That's all you have up your sleeves.
ma'am,
You don't have any real points.
ma'am,
You're trying to make it look as if I'm
ma'am.
sucking up to white people. Why don't
Yes, Umbutu, you're not going to bet. I had to mute her for a second.
I'm not sure y'all realize, but I just want to be clear. Every time she just stops talking randomly, he's muting her because his brain can't keep up with what she's giving him. He's like, oh my god, I gotta fucking take a step back, and I gotta stop this woman from speaking because I was not prepared for this shit. I'm used to people coddling me and telling me anything I want to hear.
You see my point, family? Do you see my point? These
of course you have
tethers,
to mute me because you
they're-
hate the truth.
the truth is that you
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure tether's a slur for people who aren't racist, who don't like racists, who like support like the rest of the community being like, yo, these racists are nuts. We don't support them. We don't stand with them. They're tapped out of their mind. But correct me if I'm wrong on that one.
tethers are cowardly, and you will sit up and justify us getting harmed by these white supremacists who you suck up to and want to be around so bad. That's pathetic, ma'am. And this is why your homelands have failed, ma'am, because you're professional white ass kissers who will not stand up to white supremacy. And you have contempt for us. And you're just like the tether that sat up on that train and let that brother get killed. And this is what I'm trying to warn my foundational Black American family about, ma'am. So you're being a great example of what I've been telling people.
Alright, now this woman got so fed up with being muted by this fucking beta male excuse of a man that she was like, I'm done with this. If he's just gonna like bitch out and not listening to what I gotta say and to like have to mute me every time without even being able to compete with her intellectually, she bounced. And then this guy went on to have more people, and the racism, I don't even know how, got worse. With every race, not just white people, bro. Chinese people got thrown in the mix for some odd reason. Some dude in here don't like Chinese people. But I got the whole thing posted up on the account. You can go check it out. It is a 30-minute video. Most of it's boring because it's just like drabble from like low elo racists, so you gotta expect that. But there's some crazy shit that in there that you might enjoy. Unfortunately though, all the juicy parts of them literally saying they would do harm to people just because of their skin color, he cut out, and I wasn't recording during the time, so I missed that. But if you're ever wondering, are there racists out there who are targeting people for skin color, this dude, Tariq, whatever the fuck his last name is one of the racists that is out just trying to harm people because of their skin color. Thank you, politicians. What side of the aisle you think those politicians sit on? It's Democrats.